I want you to think about any goal that you want to achieve. I want you to think about it right now. I want you to visualize the goal being accomplished. They asked Muhammad Ali, he said, how did you get here, Muhammad? How did you know you could dominate boxing? He said, I got here when I was running 5 o'clock in the morning. I got here. I visualized myself speaking to the news conferences and celebrating my wins. And I got here long before I danced under the lights. He saw it.
Albert Einstein said once, he said, imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. Everything you have, everything we have in this world, somebody imagined it.
Most people use their imagination destructively. They imagine what they don't want. If we will take and sit down with a pen and ask ourselves, what do I really want? And write it down. Writing causes thinking. Thinking creates an image. And you get these images going, you're building a vision in your mind. It's the visionaries that changed the world.
I got here because I visualized myself being on major stages, and I held that vision, and I took action.
Here's the strategy for success of the secret, right? Go into your house, close the lights, draw the shades, and sit on a couch and visualize a big fat check with your name on it. And I want you to imagine that check and just make that check go bigger. Put it out into the ether of the universe, and the law of attraction will take hold. Just think about it. If that's your strategy for success, the only thing that will show up in your mailbox is not the check, it's a freaking eviction notice. Okay? The secret is a load of crap. Do I believe in manifestation? Yeah! But you gotta take action. I'm one of those unfortunate people. I tried it. I really did. I swear I tried it. So I sat there and I prayed for the check, never came. But I went out and started taking action. Guess what? The check came with an extra couple of zeros.
I want you to think about something that drives you, something that compels you. You know the why for living, you can endure almost anyhow. And I'm encouraging you to take action. I saw this guy named Ed Foreman from Executive Development. He's since retired. And he was offering a program for people who had an interest in motivational speaking. And so after his presentation, I said, man, I sure like to come, but I can't afford to do it now. And he said something to me that I will always cherish. He said, if you can't afford to do it now, you can't afford not to do it. He said, how are you going to teach people how to make things happen if you can make things happen? I took action. If there's something you want to do, take action. Do it now. This thing called life, we don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next, and we know that. If there's something in your heart that you want to do it now. God didn't choose you out of 400 million people to just come here, pay bills, die. No, you are here for a purpose. So you got to get an attitude, because in order to live your dreams, you've got to be focused, clear what you want, and you got to take action. I was clear. This is what I'm going to do to take care of my mother. This is how I'm going to generate the money. I knew working a job wouldn't do it.
Clarity is power. The more clear you are about exactly what it is you want, the more your brain knows how to get there. If you don't know exactly what you want, or you let yourself get beyond that into something general, you're not going to achieve it.
Do something that's you, something that you enjoy, something that excites you when you think about it. I could have waited and said, well, let me find some things that I can do to get the money so that I can fly. No. George Washington Carver said, do what you can where you are and what you have and never be satisfied. I couldn't afford not to invest in myself and tell people you need to invest in yourself. I'm going to teach people how to make it happen, and I wasn't making it happen. And I did it. I made it happen. See, when you make the commitment to do something, don't worry about it. Oh, I don't have the money. Don't worry. If you're committed, and you do what you're supposed to do, somebody will invest in you. And so this is what you have to do, is do what you can do with what you have, and always find ways in which you can improve on that, because you don't know who's watching you. Look at the people that you communicate with most, family members and friends, people that you talk to the most. And if they don't inspire you, you have created a cage for yourself. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. You want to have an inner circle of people that when you look at them, you get fired up. He said, when you go for a walk with someone, something happens. Either you adjust to their pace or they adjust to your pace. Whose pace have you adjusted to? And so get some help. If you know how to do it, you would have done it by now. And get some help from someone that inspires you. You will become inspired. You won't settle for being an average person. Average is over. Hello? Average is over. You have greatness in you. And you want to be in an environment that inspires that greatness, that brings it out. You can't see the picture when you're in the frame. It's the time for self-awareness. If you're struggling and going through a tough time right now, say, look, you didn't bring me through this period where we are just to be stuck. I need some insight. I need a revelation. I need you to talk to me. Most people are so caught up in the distractions. You want to be productive to doing something great with your life. And so say, wait a minute, I got some stuff in me. I've got some inventions in me. And you do, bring them out. Sometimes you have to grab yourself in the collar and say, come on, get serious. You've been wasting valuable time. Get serious. You don't have the luxury of being reckless or procrastinating or putting things off or being depressed. Come on. You got work to do. Yes, you do. That's why you're listening to me. Let me ask you this. Why should you be allowed to live for another year? What's going to be different? Do you have liabilities, or are you building a legacy? Why should you be allowed to live another year? You know, have you ever looked at some people and say, I wonder why they're still here? There's some good people gone. And this one over here ain't doing nothing. If you're ready to live life on your terms, come alive. You got some stuff. You have some value. That's why you're still here. You think it's some accident that you still got a pulse? Today is the best day of your life. What do you mean, Mr. Brown? I'm in debt up to my ears. What do you mean by that? If you don't think it's the best day of your life, try missing one. Use it. Take action. Use it effectively. There's some things we take for granted. Being here is not a given. You've been protected. You've been shielded. Nothing will prosper. None of your enemies. None of the hard times in life. None of those things will conquer you. You are more than a conqueror. Get ready to write a new chapter for your life. Get ready to live a life that will outlive you. Get ready to be in a fight mode. Life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over. Things are coming after you right now. All kinds of things are coming after you right now, including opportunities. And you want to take advantage of the opportunity and the lifetime of the opportunity. Make a move for your dream. Don't sit there watching and wasting time looking at Netflix and all that other foolishness out there, watching garbage day in and day out.
Can you imagine dumping a barrel of trash into this mental factory every day and coming out with a rich, dynamic, positive life? It can't be done.
how do you expect things to get better for you? It makes you unproductive. It makes you cynical. Garbage in, garbage stays, and it shows up in your attitude. It blurs your vision of what's possible for you. People pay more attention to their distractions than their destiny. You have a destiny. In fact, you are here to do the greater things.